Hello everybody, and thank you for visiting Sampson's Judo. Today we're going to cover a nice technique, well they're all nice. It's called Kami-Shiho-Gatame and it's upper four quarters. It's a top end technique. I'll show you first of all in different angles, then I'll explain to you. And also I'd like to add, if you're very happy with our content and you'd like to follow Sampson's Judo, it'd be great if you guys subscribe, pass the word. This really helps us a lot, so it'd be very, very appreciated. That helps us do our work. And our aim is to reach out and teach everyone that wants to learn this beautiful martial art. Okay, let's go on to demonstrating Kami-Shiho-Gatame, upper four quarters. Kami-Shiho-Gatame is a top end technique. It's quite simple, very simple, and it requires me controlling Uki's left shoulder and right shoulder. So we have a head, and what's important, you either position your body to this side or you position to this side. I've seen people teach it this way, and then they just lie on top of their head, making Uki very difficult to breathe. So for you to have flexibility, it's important to position yourself in the right position first before we can execute the technique. The other thing is you've got to make sure you don't come too close or you're too far away. Okay, we start by aiming to put my hands, what I'm trying to do is to put my hands underneath my opponent's shoulders on both sides. So do not make the mistake of coming over the top. That becomes a different hold down. So both hands come underneath, and what I'm aiming for is I'm aiming for the belt. Occasionally the belt may move down too far on your opponent, so if you cannot reach the belt, don't worry. As long as you grab the side of this judogi, that's good enough, okay? I'll explain why that's very, very important. If the belt moves down too far, it tends to encourage the hold down for me to be too far on top of Uki, which puts pressure on his chest and not pressure on the shoulders. If you put pressure on the chest, you're losing 50% of the gravity of the hold down. So one of the fundamental principles of Kami-Shiho-Gatame is I keep my body as far away from him as possible. I want to try and get my shoulders on top of his shoulders. So if I'm reaching for the belt and the belt is too far this way, it tends to bring Uki too far over, making my technique completely wrong and not as effective. So we want to try and get shoulder to shoulder so I can control Uki's shoulders. So both hands underneath, grab, and then pull in nice and tight. There are slight variations. You can do Kami-Shiho-Gatame with both legs apart. You can do it with both legs out, or you can have one leg in, one leg out. All these three variations of legs are accepted, and it does not change the technical term of Kami-Shiho-Gatame. It all depends on your flexibility. In this case, I'm going to do it with my legs closed, open, sorry, kneeling up. So from here, hands come underneath, pull Uki, and hold. Now, one other important thing is, even though I'm holding with my chest, I've got his judogi, I've got gravity, I will use my head to go into his chest. And this is going to be used as well to push Uki down. Now you can put your head this way, or you can put your head this way. It is a matter of flexibility. Again, it doesn't change the technique. So use your head to control Uki as well. Everything you have is focused on this area. I don't care what he does with his legs, it's irrelevant. This is the control area, and remember, do not get your weight on his stomach, otherwise you will lose their technique. So this is Kami-Shiho-Gatame. From this position, come underneath, grab, hold tight. And if I was to move this way, just emphasizing, before we did Kami-Shiho-Gatame this side, if you move your body slightly this side, nothing changes, everything's the same. Hands come underneath the shoulders, aim for the side of the jacket, or if you can grab the belt. Use your head, and you have Kami-Shiho-Gatame along here, and then pull in very tight. And I'm also using my elbows. Don't bring your arms in. A common mistake is people bring their arms in. Now, if I bring my arms in, I'm allowing myself to be a little bit more fragile, because if Uki suddenly turn left or right, if my hands are in, I haven't got stop bars to stop me moving. So do not bring your arms in. Make sure your elbows are wide out, like your legs are out, because I need stability. One of the most common ways of getting out is Uki turning to the left or to the right. So be aware, a proper Kami-Shiho-Gatame, hands come in, hold, but your elbows are out. Hold and pull in nice and tight. So you've got stability from here. Head down. So this is a very good Kami-Shiho-Gatame. This is a very bad Kami-Shiho-Gatame. So make sure your body is this way. Very, very powerful hold down. Difficult hold down to get out with if you do this correctly. So that's Kami-Shiho-Gatame with a little bit more detail for you to understand. It's important to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll finish off by showing you Kami-Shiho-Gatame from a few different angles. So there we have Kami-Shiho-Gatame, upper four quarters, the different positions. Hope you enjoy it.